SpaceX has a lot riding on Starship, the next-generation spacecraft it intends to send to the moon and eventually to Mars. But Starship hasn't made it to orbit yet. In a sign a pivotal orbital flight test could actually happen in the near future, SpaceX has shared some hype-building photos of Starship on the launch pad. SpaceX tweeted the dramatic views with a series of photos showing the shiny silver spacecraft being set on top of a rocket booster at the launch site in Texas. Starship 24 and Booster 7 fully stacked on the orbital pad at Starbase, the company said in their tweet. SpaceX numbers its prototypes and boosters, so 24 and 7 are the latest combinations. The company conducted a series of test flights of early prototypes, but the big goal is to get Starship into orbit with a lift from a super heavy booster. SpaceX has been firing up the booster to test it out ahead of the big launch. Elon Musk, founder of SpaceX, has a tendency to talk up optimistic timelines. Last month, Musk said Starship could go into space as early as October, but that November was highly likely. Starship will need to make it through pre-launch tests and get a final okay from the FAA for its demonstration flight. Until SpaceX lights that candle, space fans will have to be content with pretty pictures and the video that they released online. European Space Agency astronaut Samantha Cristoforetti has multiple titles. She's the current International Space Station resident and has been a Star Trek captain, a hotshot pilot from Battlestar Galactica, and the star of the movie Gravity. Now, in what may be Cristoforetti's wildest cosplay yet, she's a flight attendant who's walking up walls. Recently, Cristoforetti tweeted a photo of herself floating in microgravity on the ISS while dressed as a Pan Am flight attendant from Stanley Kubrick's groundbreaking 2001: A Space Odyssey. The astronaut followed her initial photo with a video set to the epic theme music from 2001. Cristoforetti tweeted, "2022: A Space Odyssey. Turns out, yes, you can walk with Velcro shoes, slowly, very, very slowly." And happening in this week's What The? Back in the 90s, when The Simpsons was one of the best shows on TV, the world was gifted a theatrical bomb known as Waterworld. This post-apocalyptic action film starring Kevin Costner cost a lot of money to make and was infamously a dud. So naturally, The Simpsons made a joke about it. Now, that joke has become a fully playable video game. Just be prepared to fork over a lot of quarters. I doubt I need to explain what The Simpsons are to most of you. However, you might not know about a joke that appears in the Season 8 episode, The Springfield Files. In this episode, which is an X-Files crossover, from the 90s, we briefly see Bart's friend Milhouse loading 40 quarters into a Waterworld arcade machine. Playing as Kevin Costner's Mariner, he takes one step. The game immediately ends, prompting him to insert another 40 quarters. Now, indie game developer and Twitch streamer Macaw45 has put together a free full game inspired by that 20-second joke. And it's very good. And frustrating as well. While the original Fate game seen in the show was basically one screen and a few animations, Macaw45 has expanded on it greatly, adding bosses, multiple areas to explore, and even some secrets to find. But before you get to play Kevin Costner's Waterworld, well, you need to load in 40 quarters. In fact, every time you die, the game demands more coins and keeps track of how much money you spend to finish it. Also, based on the audio that plays when putting coins into the machine, you appear to be playing as Milhouse, which is the saddest part of all of this. Macaw45 said he's always been fascinated by the fake video games that would often appear in The Simpsons, and Waterworld's terrible arcade game stuck with him more than the others. According to the dev, the idea of what could possibly lay beyond that one scene that we see during the show was something that he kept thinking about long after the episode aired. This project was born from that interest, he said, and while originally planned to only be a short game, it quickly developed further, and I sunk tremendous amounts of time and effort into it to the point where it ended up becoming a fully fleshed out game of much greater scope than I had ever expected. Once you beat Waterworld or give up a few screens in, no shame here, you can try out another fake Simpsons game turned real. That's Lee Carvalho's Putting Challenge. Thanks for watching your weekly tech update. If you have a story you think we need to feature on the program, get in touch with me. Send me an email at djraymcneil@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook at Your Weekly Tech Update, and check out the podcast, audio and video versions available on iTunes, Google, Spotify, Audio Burst, and elsewhere on the interwebs. Till next time, I'm Ray McNeil. Stay safe and stay healthy, everyone. And now, here's your moment of joy. Your Weekly Tech Update brought to you by Holiday Home Care, Phillip Island, Victoria, Australia. It's your turn to relax. Before you get on holiday on the island, contact Holiday Home Care. We can set up your residence or holiday rental, do the shopping for you, provide linen and towels, and make sure it's all ready by the time you get here, giving you more time to enjoy what Phillip Island has to offer. For more information, visit holidayhomecarepi.com or email holidayhomecarepi@gmail.com.